But a marriage must be protected by the people within the marriage.
And in a marriage, there is a jealous, and at the same time, there is a love.
Should you not eat it? Where did you eat?
Because I can't stand a partner that's not growing.
Are you in a relationship or in a relationship? Love and Marriage is the show where romance meets reality. In this episode, we are diving headfirst into the wild world of love in the modern age. Are gender roles still a thing? Is marriage outdated? And most importantly, is age really just a number? I'm Tshegofatso Hama, and today we are getting real about relationships. Joining me in this conversation is Brian and Tessia, and we are unpacking dating in the digital age. Brian, you are newlywed, and Mamzo has been in a relationship for a while. So I wanted to find out from you, do you think dating hurts relationships or it helps?
Social media, you mean?
Social media.
In my experience, social media is not really what would hurt the relationship per se. It's what people choose to share about their relationships on social media. One of the things that we learned in our premarital counseling, my wife and I, was that we need to protect our marriage from outside influence, including even from our parents. Because everything that happens within our marriage, conflicts and things like that, are resolved within our marriage. Once we involve third parties, parents, friends, brothers, sisters, and such, when we resolve the things in our marriage, we can't go back to each party and resolve with each party and say, oh no, we resolved it. Everybody, you have to give feedback to everyone. So you can imagine posting on social media, my husband this and that, or my wife annoys me, da 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 da. And you guys within your marriage end up resolving that issue, but to the rest of the world on social media, your husband or your wife is this and is that, right? So social media is not necessarily what harms the marriage, it's what we post on social media. Social media is just a tool for people to share experiences and things like that. But a marriage must be protected by the people within the marriage from everybody outside the marriage.
Mamzo, do you share the same sentiments?
Social media, sometimes it's help, sometimes it's hate, because bana ba banyane ba bua ditaba tsa bona mo social media le batho ba bona ba utlwanang le bona. So na ke nagana gore ya thusa, sometimes I choose because social media mo hong aina secrets.
Nice. So it's more like protecting your relationship. You have to be sensitive about the information you also let out into the world about your relationship.
Yes.
I kind of want to backtrack a little bit. Mamzo, how did you meet your husband? And how long have you been married?
I think sometimes 20 years.
And Brian, did you meet Wendy on social media, or was it an organic meet?
No, well, Wendy and I, we met at church. We've been married for 5 years. We dated for 5 years and we were married for 5 years.
As you guys grow to learn your partners, I want to understand the roles that you have kind of given yourself within your relationships. I want to start with Mamzo.
My husband is a leader, so I must listen to him, everything he talks.
And Brian, do you share the same sentiments in terms of traditional roles within a relationship?
Yes, so my wife and I are we old souls. So we subscribe to, traditional gender roles. the one thing that we've learned in our marriage is that things were different for our parents and for their parents, our grandparents. A man could wake up and go to work while his wife looks after the home and does everything that needs to be done in the home.
So I want to get your advice, like if there's a couple out there getting ready to get into marriage, what advice would you give them to prepare themselves for marriage?
You need to grow up as an individual. You need to grow up. You need to be responsible. Yourself, single as you are, as an individual, you need to be responsible. You need to understand that in life, right, we can't just go around doing whatever we want just because, oh, I'm single, I've got my own place, I've got money, I can do whatever I want. You need to be a responsible human being.
Beautiful. Mamzo, 20 years of being in a marriage, and how would you sum it up, and how would you give, what advice would you give someone who wants to get married?
In a marriage, you must respect each other. And in a marriage, there is a jealous, and at the same time, there is a love.
Beautiful. Being in a marriage is not a death sentence, as you've heard from our lovely, lovely guests. Stay tuned. We're going to be carrying on the conversation with marriage dilemmas.
A lingering touch of vanilla, sandalwood, honey, and musk. Warm, sensual, unforgettable. Luscious, bold, fierce, and unstoppable.
We are not done with the love movement. We are still in the conversation and it's getting heated. In recent years, there has been a drastic shift in the way we view and value the institution of marriage. So we want to get into why are people taking longer or waiting longer to get married. I'm joined by Troy and Nozuko for this discussion. I want to start with Nozuko.
What's up?
Hey, why do you think people are taking longer to get into marriage?
Do you think people are taking longer these days?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah?
Yes.
So I can't be general, but I'm gonna talk about me because I'm not married and I'm currently in my 30s. I'd say first, it's because I wanted to make sure that I create the best version of myself before I get married. As a firstborn at home, I felt the need to first take care of home before ngihambe ngiye komunye umuzi. That was very important for me, being raised by a single parent. So that's why, but also just because I haven't met anything that convinces me that marriage is something that I need to participate in this world. So I think I always ask myself, why do I need to involve Ramaphosa with who I am spending my time with? So I think like our ideas of how we need to live life these days, it's different. You can express yourself anyhow, and unlike how we were raised, I can say it's not as relevant as it used to be back in the days. The fact that you need a partner and you and all of that, it's not that appealing anymore. That's just my opinion.
Troy, you are a married man.
I am.
Yes.
Well, I think it's what marriage means to you. And for a lot of people, it takes them longer because they want a perfect marriage, and that's not what marriage is. People think marriage transcends from a perfect relationship into marriage, and that's not always the case. So for me, I believe marriage is a commitment. So for a lot of people, it's the committing part which somewhat wavers or changes along the way. Hence, relationships are kept going for longer without the institution of marriage in them, but you still have that love and affection in it. Once you bring in the element of marriage, people tend to think contract. And that's what people are running away from, that you lose an element of yourself or you conjoined with someone now for life. And it has to have its own special meaning to you. So I think for a lot of people, the meaning of marriage has changed. Many people see it as an institution or like jail of some sort. So I think that's why it's taken longer. We've seen the numbers dwindle in marriage because we see the high numbers in the divorce rate. So I think that's why. Yeah.
Actually, I want to hear from you guys. What is the most important trait you feel like your partner must have so that your relationship can work? I'll start with you, Troy.
Commitment. Yeah.
For me, it's definitely self-development because I can't stand a partner that's not growing. I just can't. You know, you need to be constantly evolving and challenging yourself, and I think then everything else, you'll keep growing and learning whatever it is that you need to learn.
It's about that time now in Love and Marriage where we play some lovely games. So now we're going to play a 5-second rule. So within this game, our guests need to name 3 types of things within 5 seconds. So are you guys ready? Do you understand the game?
Okay.
Yeah, there. Okay, so we're going to start the timer. And so the first person who's like, you got it, I'll get it. Just raise your hand and we're going with you.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 to 1 to ready.
Okay.
Okay, so I need you to name 3 types of home chores. Okay, those will go.
Cleaning, cooking, and sleeping. It better be a chore.
I think that's 2. I think I counted 2. I think I counted 2.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I think, should we give you a try?
We should definitely give it.
Sure thing. For me, it will be taking out the trash, cleaning up after the dogs and dishes.
I think you mentioned 2 as well. I think we're gonna go for another round.
All chores.
It's chores.
The sleeping, I don't know.
Definitely. It's part of it.
Okay, I think round 2. We're going for round 2.
Let's go. We'll see who's gonna win.
Okay, manje. Okay, name 3 types of homemade dishes. 1 to 1. Okay, your hands went up at the same time. How are we gonna deal with this?
Ladies first.
Oh, chivalry is not dead.
Of course, it's so jalo, of course. Okay, homemade dishes, chakalaka, pap, and spinach.
I think you got it. You got it.
Of
Oh.
course. Thank you. I think you just gave it to me. That's sweet. Thank you, Troy.
It's a pleasure. For me, I'd say braai, puchu namas, and I'd say spaghetti and mince.
Oh, nice. Actually, those are real dishes.
We're going to dinner. At your
Yes,
house
we
tonight.
actually are
I'll
coming.
extend an invite.
That was a lovely game. Thank you for playing, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
I want to thank you both so much for being real with your stories and sharing with the world. It's amazing to hear your experiences. Thank you so much for coming. Love is definitely not child's play. So when you give yourself to your partner, just be sure why you are doing it and make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. If love is the battlefield, then we've just survived another round. Thanks to all our amazing guests for joining us and giving us real talk. In the next episode, how much of your partner's past should you know? And does it really matter? Remember, love is a journey and it's not a destination. Until next time, keep it love.
I think it just avoids nasty surprises later. And so...
Hello, my name is Nozuko Umantangase.
My name is Brian Lupia.
Hi, my name is Troy Makamu.
My name is Tessia Dinalani from Tembisa.
The most embarrassing thing I have done for love is actually staying in a toxic relationship for 3 years. That's quite embarrassing.
Something embarrassing I've done for love. I've lied for my wife to get her out of a community meeting that we were meant to attend.
I was embarrassed.
Of course it does. I'm not going to date a 17-year-old or a 19-year-old. Age matters.
You can't date motho o leng go tlase go wena mo wena ka di age.
I'd rather not know.
I'd say no. I don't think so.